Hello, everyone. Joel Phillips here, coming to you with episode number 31 of Ultimate Tech Talk. Today, I am very excited because we are finishing up our series on CMS. Today's episode is about drop shipping, and we did the last few days on e-commerce. We spent the last couple of weeks talking about CMS systems, and content management systems are things like WordPress, Drupal, Joomla, Shopify, any of those platforms where you can put up design and content for a website with focus on design, the design part of it, not having to code. So that's what CMS is, content management system. And we've been focusing on some of the not some of the platforms that obviously the elephant in the room is WordPress, but then you've got some up and coming platforms. Then you have platforms that are maybe not doing so well, and some that you need to avoid depending on what you're trying to do. A lot of these platforms are really good, but for specific purposes. So what you're trying to do should dictate the platform that you go on. Along with that, some of the components or several components of these platforms, it's critical to look at from the perspective of they may make sense for you right now, but they may not make sense for you next year. Security. I mean, that's a big thing to look at from a platform perspective right now. Some of the platforms we took a look at didn't do so well with security. Some of them did very well. Performance. Google is ranking based on performance, especially on mobile, with something called Lighthouse and Core Web Vitals to measure performance of a site. It's critical that you understand how well a site will perform when you build it. If you've already built a site, it's possible to optimize that site for performance, but it's always easier to build in the right platform than it is to try and go back and fix or migrate things, both from a time and a cost perspective. So we've got performance, we've got security. The other thing is, what is the CMS designed for? So you may find yourself roped in, again, not today, but a year from now, into a platform that you have to migrate from. And that means spending more money to migrate from that platform. And that's never a good thing. Today, though, we're going to finish it all out by talking about drop shipping. So drop shipping has become, in the e-commerce world, a very viable way to get a storefront out there, to not have to carry inventory. Drop shipping is basically a company that will, you take the order on your site, it automatically gets forwarded to them. They'll take care of the fulfillment, shipping, and everything associated with the expensive part of selling online. So for some people, if you have your own products and services, obviously drop shipping is not going to work. But for some people trying to break into the e-com world, or some people trying to supplement what they're doing in the e-com world, drop shipping is a very viable option. There are many drop shippers out there. So if you want a comprehensive list, you can call us at, or get in touch with us at techtips@proshark.com, TECHTIPS at proshark.com. And we can help you depending on the category you're looking for. But what's most important from a drop shipping perspective is that you build an e-com store specific to a certain area of drop shipping. So for instance, if a lot of people go into drop shipping with the idea that they're going to be the next Amazon, and that is probably, that shotgun approach is probably not the way to go from a e-com perspective. Amazon's had years and years and put billions and billions of dollars into dominating the platform. But what you can do is, if you focus on a specific niche, identify a target silo, identify an industry that you want to be associated with, that you enjoy, that you have passion and knowledge about, because the more you interact with this e-com site, the better off you'll do. For instance, pet products. Pet products are a great place to be in the e-com industry. But even pet products, you can specialize in that pet product world. But there are some key factors you need to take a look at when you're doing drop shipping. One is, if you build a store, make sure that you have subscription products, because subscription products, you can build a loyal following with one-off or one sale items, but subscription products are what allows you to build the base. So it's unfortunate we don't have more time to go into this in more detail, but we wanted to give you a good idea of what drop shipping is, how you can make money doing it. And so we've covered just the basics, just the very bare basics. But if you have more questions, we're happy to have a conversation. Be sure and reach out to us at techtips@proshark.com. Tech Tips, TECHTIPS at proshark.com. And we're happy to answer any questions you may have. That's it for our CMS section. Next, I'm kind of excited because we're going to start diving into CRM platforms, CRM add-ons, and the things that you can do when you start aggregating data, and why it's really critical that you do. So be sure and tune in next time. Again, my name is Joel Phillips. Thank you for joining us. Bye.